Hello, my topic is parasitic computing. Did you know? Sometimes size does matter. If you are one in a billion in internet, there are millions of people like you who are being used. In the world of internet, millions of people just like you, and you will never know. Someone else is using your computer. He is slowing your connection speed for his own purpose. No, it's not cracking or hacking. So what does it all mean? It means that you are a victim of parasitic computing. Now what is parasitic computing? Parasitic computing logically moves computation onto the communication infrastructure of internet, blurring the distance between computation and communication. It is first reported in General Nature in 2001 by Barabasi, Frisch, Fionn and Brockman. It is a form of distributed computer architecture. It is used for solving complex computational problems. In this, target will never know that he is victim of parasitic computing. It exploits standard set of communication protocol in internet. The potential standard protocols that are affected by parasitic computing are TCP, HTTP, and IP. Parasitic computing is a concept by which one can use the resource of machines that are connected on internet. This technology exploits open internet protocol to use the resource of remote machine. As the name suggests, the machine that requires the service of other does not need to be authorized by the latter. Any machine which is connected to internet has to carry out minimum processing of any packet they receive without any authorization. To know how it works, we need to know something first. How the communication through the internet is done. When a user selects a URL, the main action performed at the sender side are: first it opens a TCP connection to web server. Then it issues a HTTP request over TCP connection. After that, TCP message is carried via IP. When a user selects a URL, the action performed at receiver side are: it receives message through internet protocol. It validates checksum at TCP. Validate push to HTTP. Non-validated discard the packet. Now its implementation. Implementation takes place at many layers in internet. Till now, there has been only one implementation which has exploited this concept of parasitic computing. Idea is to use some feature of protocol in such a manner that remote machine respond to the request unknowingly, that they are involved in solving a complex problem, and they believe that they are responding to a simple application request over TCP connection. The main target problem for such distributed environment are NP-complete problems, that are non-deterministic polynomial problems. These problems are such that their step cannot be expressed in terms of polynomial time, and therefore to know the right solution one has to evaluate many possible alternatives. Implementation: one first need to have a brief idea of TCP checksum, which we learn later how it works. Now in it, several protocols may be exploited to perform parasitic computing. Implementation is made using TCP or higher levels. Sending a message over an internet is a very sophisticated process as the message is processed across many layers. from HTTP, then to TCP, then to IP layer, going through data link layer, finally to the physical layer, and in the same manner the message is constructed back at the destination. To implement this concept of parasitic computing, we can choose to exploit processing theoretically any of these layers, but below TCP layer it is not very beneficial. TCP checksum provide enough logic to compute any Boolean function, and HTTP service protocol always send a response to any message received. Now the proof of this concept is given by two problems. First, it solves all three SAT problems, and second, it solves other NP complete problems. Now how TCP checksum work? During package transfer across the internet, messages can be corrupted. TCP contains a checksum that provides some data integrity of the message. Sender compute checksum and transmit that with message. The receiver also compute the checksum, and if it does not agree with the senders, then message was corrupted and it is discarded. The abstract discusses the technical aspect of what has already been carried out and related issues. Now how it works. A single home parasite node initiates the computation. It sends a specially created TCP packet containing a possible solution. If the possible solution is correct, the HTTP server returns an error message. If the solution is wrong, then packet is dropped at TCP layer. Now how to create a parasitic message? The problem is constructed as the data part. TCP checksum sent is a representation of expected answer. Parasitic checksum and the variable string are sent to the remote machine for verification. Now problem created at server side due to parasitic message are, now the delay due to the parasitic message could cause a denial of service. It is almost impossible to prevent the parasitic message and parasitic computing. Removing or changing the exploited function would cause the server unable to communicate. Now future of parasitic computing. Computation to communication ratio must increase. Exploiting HTTP or encryption decryption could execute in an efficient manner. The ethical dilemma could lead it to a vulnerable future. Thank you.